This is going to be a turn-based strategy game. I don't necessarily know the mechanics of it yet. Um, but I think we're going to use a grid system. So first script, actually we should probably make first a player and be able to move that player. So to simply do that, I'm just going to make an empty game object that holds all the player components. So I'll have a sprite. I'll keep it square for now. And then I can have I need a player script. But I want to abstract the I want to abstract the character script because a player is going to be a character, but then there's also going to be other characters in the game. And I want the player to just basically be another version of a character. And so I'll probably need a character script. And then there's probably going to be a player character that's going to inherit from the character script. So I'm just trying to figure out, do I want to use inheritance or do I want to use injection? Because I think I can make a completely different script that does not inherit from the character script, but that basically changes the fields or calls functions on the character script rather than inheriting from it. So I think it might be a better approach. So like, what does the character have? The character obviously has a position, and this is going to be stored in integers. So a position. I don't think I necessarily want to be able to set it directly. Probably gonna call properties on it. So right now it just has just keep it as a position, and let's just get the character to move around. Hmm. I wonder if we can see the add the character script onto the player. Can we actually see the variable in debug mode? Okay, yeah, we can. So probably now I'm just going to make a we should import the new Unity input system. And for now we just want to use the keyboard. Keyboard. Okay. Create a input system. Name this player controls. Want to generate a C# script and give it the keyboard schema. Name this movement, horizontal movement and vertical movement. I'm gonna take a value vector. No, it's not gonna be an axis because it's just going to be one float value. Probably delete this. Add a positive, negative value. Negative for horizontal will be A. D for positive. For vertical will be negative will be S. Positive will be W. Okay. Save that. Gonna compile it. And then probably going to create a base script that uses that input action. So there we have a script called player controls. I guess we can name this player input. Right, because the script that I generated here is called player controls. Yeah. We name this player input. And then we can create a private instance of player controls. And then on awake we can do something. On destroy, we need to do something. On enable, we need to do something, and on disable, we need to do. So on awake, we just want to create player controls. Then on enable, we want to enable them. Then on disable, disable them. Then on destroy, we want to dispose of them. Make this an abstract class. And also, like that abstract void add listeners. Then I can just call add listeners here. Add them to the input controls. Okay. And so now we have player input. Now we can have player character input. Or should we have character player input? Player character input sounds better. But then the naming convention is going to be a bit weird. Because it's a prefix and a postfix. What should I have? I think player character input sounds just good. And like it gets the point across. Can I do this? Oh, like that. There we go. That's better. Okay. So this inherits from their input. Then we just want to implement the abstract method. So we want to point to the character that we're controlling. And basically on movements, horizontal, when we click a horizontal button, so either the A key or the D key, A is negative, D is positive. So we can do read the value. We can say if it's greater than 0f, so we want to go to the right. Go to the right, left. We're going to do character.position dot. I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, this is a property and not a field. We actually have to equals that character position, or we can actually do this. And it's integers, not floats. Okay. Or this. Oh, this is the y coordinate. We minus it for going left, and we add it to go to the right. And then for controls, we want vertical as well. We want to say if it's the exact same thing except in the y direction. Down and up. But in the order that we're attaching them to the event listener. Okay. Now if we just attach this to the script, to our player script, should work. Player character input, character value. Now if we press the WA or SD keys, this position should change. Okay, changes to 1. Press right again, changes to 2. Press up, and it should be, yep. Press down, it should go to 0. Okay, good. Yeah, it seems to work. The position is changing. Good. But now we actually want it to move. Because right now the sprite isn't moving, so we want it to move. I think it should automatically do that from here. Although I'm thinking, do I want to split the data from the actual I want to split the data from the actual like transforming of the sprite because that's just a visual thing. It's an important thing, but so we'll just take the transform, have a vector to have a private field, and we'll do this instead. So positions equals value, transform the position equals value. Vector 3 dot x value dot y. This way it should change both things. This way it should change the field and change the actual position of the sprite. Oh, but we didn't wait. We didn't serialize the field with the transform. Yeah. Okay, cool. It's kind of like a grid-based system. Use of this, okay. It's changing the position and it's changing. There we go. That's good. I actually think I should split the two because we don't necessarily want to snap the player to the new position. Right? We can make it gradually go there. They're just snapping to it. I think we should split up this functionality. We can have character and then we can have like I guess certain animations. This way it will read from the character, try to see its position, and then change gradually over time position to whatever is stored in the character script. Character. And then it's just going to be a visual thing, so it's in the update function. And this doesn't need to transform anymore. It can be here instead. And then basically we can say, can we smooth that this? I think we can smooth. Um, velocity equals vector 2.0. Transform the position equals at f dot smooth damp. Oh no, it's a vector 2 dot smooth damp. Transform the position. Target will be character dot position. Velocity smooth time. Make that 0.1 right now. Yeah, I think that's it. Or I guess we can make that a public field. Okay. Oh, wait, we can remove this. You just make this a getter and setter again. Okay. Character animation. This character with this transform. Okay. Yeah, now it gradually moves there. This is good. Yeah, that's good. Um, let's see. Now that we know it gradually moves there, what do we need? So first of all, we're gonna need a map, right? This is going to be grid based, but I think we should probably use tile maps here. We don't use tile maps for the player because we want gradual animations and stuff like that to be able to transition from one tile to the other. But with a tile map, we won't be able to do that. But we will have static tiles there that aren't going to move at all. And because of that, we can use a tile map. You already should have a tile map somewhere. There it is. Okay. We also want to 0.5 minus. Well, not that. Actually, yeah, this. Okay. And then we probably sort this a bit more. Then we can make should I just name it map? I mean I can rename it after, but yeah, I just name it map. So for now we're gonna keep this very simple. It's just gonna be a ground tile and a wall tile. Ground tile you should be able to walk on, a wall tile you should not be able to walk through. So or you just shouldn't be able to walk on it. So we'll just keep it enum, keep it tile, keep it ground and a wall. By default we're going to actually by default I think we're going to make a wall and then a ground. We're gonna pick and choose where we want to allow the player to walk to. By default, they're just gonna be the wall. They're not gonna be able to walk onto it. Um, then we're gonna need a generate function. Oh, I should split this out into probably more classes. So one of them is just going to generate our array. Make our array of enums. Other one is going to instantiate the map. It's actually going to create a bunch of tiles in the map. And then another one's going to choose which one to run first. We want to run the enums first, array of enums, generate that, and then we want to run the script that actually instantiates the objects for that map. So we can create a map system which handles that, which executes first. Like it chooses what script executes first, and then we need a map builder, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna be two-dimensional array. Um, I can name it values for now. We're going to generate with a certain width and a certain height. That I guess we can store into here. And then height. Ah, okay, so we have the width and the height, and then the map builder will need the width and the height, and the array as well. So public map builds the map. Instantiate. Is that how you spell instantiate? That is not. Then I don't see that. But there it is. Instantiate the map. Um, generate enum array for map. This is gonna take a reference to both the map uh and the map builder. We're just gonna generate a map, then build the map. Did not make it up. Actually, I don't think we need to make this a public passing it as a parameter because we have it right here. The width, I guess we can. For now, just make it 10 by 10. Generate the map, build the map after. Probably going to need some kind of algorithm to be able to generate the map. But I think for now, we're just going to do random. So we're just going to random that range 0 to 2. So if it's 0, if it's a 1, do this. For int y equals 0, y is less than height, y plus plus. Oops. For int x equals 0, x is lower than width, x plus plus. And we're going to say xy equals to ground. Otherwise, xy equals to wall. You don't even necessarily need this one because they're all it's going to be walls by default. So we'll just keep it in. Compile the scripts, okay. I think we need the map builder to build stuff to actually see that it's resulting in something. The code is running properly. So tile, we're gonna need a tile map. Builder's gonna need a tile map, and it's going to need a certain amount of tiles. So I can probably do public tile base. Okay. Oh, should I make this a scriptable object? I think I should probably make this a scriptable object because then we can have different types of ground sprites and wall sprites. So map tiles with an S. This will be a scriptable object. Okay. Asset menu, file name, map tiles. Custom slash map tiles. Okay. Scriptable object, and we're going to have the ground tile and the wall tile. In the map builder, we can just say give us some map tiles reference so we can build the map that way. Y equals 0, y is less than map dot height y plus 0, x is map dot with x. And we can do tile map dot set tile, I believe. We're gonna add a switch statement, which is map dot tile dot, oh wait, it's map dot value xy is equal to ground, or is equal to default wall. Tiles dot ground. We give it the position first. XY. Okay. Oh, but we have to create sprites for this now. Whoops. Uh, yeah. Just create a palette. Palette. Okay. Probably just gonna make some pixel art. Oh, what resolution? Let's just do 32 by 32. Okay. Crap, we don't even have a color scheme or anything for this. But I think that's fine. Probably do need a color scheme. I think I'm just going to use. Okay, I'll just use placeholders. So for the ground, we'll just do this. Uh, ground placeholder. And then for the we'll just do an inverse of that for now. Okay. Ground palette. I should probably okay. Um and we could do map system and then map. This should, I think, work. These should be random tiles. Okay, there's an error. Let's see. Values is not. Oh yeah, because new width height. Okay. Okay, looks maybe this wasn't the best placeholders. I mean, we're getting random. Are we? Why is this different? Huh. Yet this is the ground and this is the wall, but why is it not matching? That is. Oh, this is so trippy to look at as well. I gotta change this. I should have just made black white. We don't need that. This should be the. Yeah, I think I can. Oh no, it's not going to. Okay. I should be able to replace it directly, keeping the metadata. Drone Explorer. Crap, why is it doing copy? Here's the files in the destination. Okay, cool. This isn't updated, but should be updated in the game. Yeah. Should be random each time. Let me see. Yeah. Hmm. Not evenly split. Guess maybe that's just how randomness works. Which seems to be working. However, we probably want this on a different sorting layer. Right here. Probably want this on map. Yeah, that's better. I think I can change the their sprite color to just probably want the camera to follow the player now. Right now I can just walk anywhere. I will change that later. Let me just make okay. Camera follow. What do we want to follow? Want to follow that target. This is the transform and this is the target. This is us. Our position is, well, what is our position? We only want to change the X and Y value. And the Y value. You transform that position. New that X position dot Y. Transform that position. Keep the Z value the same. Vector 2 dot smooth damp. Do we also want to do smooth damp for this? Or do we just want it always centered on the character? Let's just, for now, keep it always centered on the character. Because it might look weird if the player gradually moves to its position, and like then the camera catches up to the player. Let's see. There's also a bit of like jittering. Yeah, I think that can be solved. Oh wait, it's because of late update. I think maybe. I also don't need to set it here. Okay. Okay, cool. Now it doesn't jitter. That's good. I also can't hold down the button. Probably add that later. Hmm. Okay. Now this player character needs to interact somehow with the actual map. And if we try to move it to an invalid position, it needs to tell us that it's an invalid position. Like the player shouldn't be able to walk onto a wall. And because of that, I don't think we can directly set the position. So this returns a Boolean move. Like we can just say move to. Then we can give it a position to move. Or would we just not move to, move by? Then we give it an amount we want to move by. And then we can say public map if map dot values amount dot x amount dot y equals the ground, then we should be able to move on to it. Position equals plus amount. Oh yeah, we should be new position equals position plus amount. Should throw us an error. Yes. What you want to do move by. Move by. Move by. Move by. We're also not making sure that it's in the bounds of the map. But let's try to run it. Hopefully we won't on top of a wall. I have no idea if that's a wall, but okay, there's an error. Oh yeah, because we didn't put the map. Unfortunately, we spawned on a wall. Let's just try that again. Again. Yeah, so we can move up and down. Try to move the right cat. Try to move any more upward. We can't. We can go down though. But if you go out of bounds, it'll throw an error. So if I tried to move left and then it threw this error. We're not checking if we're in the bounds, which we should be. You want to check if the new map, if the new position is within the bounds. You want to say new. Honestly, I should probably put it here. Public void inbounds vector position. If position, oh whoops, if the position is greater than or equal to 0, and position.x is smaller than the width, and position.y is greater than or equal to 0, and position.y is lower than height, then we are in the bounds. So map dot in bounds new position, and the tile is equal to ground tile. Ground tile. Okay. Yep. Oh, so I can't move to the left or the bottom. Can't move to the right as well. Can't move up here as well. Can't move to the right here as well. But I can move to the top. That's a bit weird. Why can't I move to the top here? Uh, so we're checking if we're in bounds, which we are. They should pass, yes. But then it shouldn't be ground, but it is. Hmm. Why can't we do that? I'm curious as to why we can do that. Map values. If it's equal to ground, set the ground. Not set it to wall. Huh. If that bug happens again, this. Okay, so I can move. Oh, but I can't go to the left here. It's like an invisible wall here. And up top. Oh, wait, no, is it? Could it be because of inbounds? No, it can't be. Why is there an invisible wall here? Oh, Where are we calling generate from? Only one place. So I should probably make this dot. Invisible walls. I'm guessing the UI isn't matching up with the actual data that's in the map. That is in the map class, maybe? Huh. Not exactly. Can move up here. I feel like this is something so obvious that I'm missing. Not a miss. Is it a miss? We have to go to the move by script. Go through it. We add the position onto our current position. Check if it's in bounds. And if the tile is equal to the ground tile. I wonder if I can do this. Tile this to so I can overload it to move this redundancy. Tap dot inbounds. And if the new position is equal to the ground, move to the new position, which is correct. Good. Hmm. Let's move to the right, which is weird. Oh, wait. Is it because no, I'm even matching it one to one, I think. Is there any I mean this has an L shape. Can't move. Oh, wait. Up. What? I believe the black. Why is the ground the black as the wall? Huh. Seems like I'm doing everything correct, but I must be making a mistake somewhere. Go to the right, go to the left, go up, go down. You're inbounds, and our old position is equal to this new position. Turn true. Okay, let's see. Now, wait, maybe I can't. I think it should work on awake. Generate the map, and then we build the map. Yeah. We're the right for some reason. Yeah. What could possibly be causing this bug? I mean, we created a pretty simple system. I can't imagine what possibly be causing this bug. Or even setting the tiles to exactly the same coordinates. Checking it's in bounds, we're checking that it's the ground tile. For some reason, it's still So it still picks ground for a 1 and 1. That is a bit weird. Why doesn't it okay, that makes sense as well, because I thought there would be a 50-50 split on this grid, but then there isn't. But it should be because it's just random. So that means that our building is incorrect. There's a mistake somewhere here that I cannot see right now for some reason. We're going through the entire height, and then we're going through each x coordinate. If it's equal to the ground tile, we want to set it as a ground tile. If it's not, we want to set it equal to the wall. I mean, this satisfies both cases. Set tile to x, y, and whatever tile is equal to. Can I actually do this directly? I can. Hey, it looks ugly, so let's just keep it like this. Okay. This was both conditions. Puts them in the appropriate place. And then we're good. Should be a 50-50 split. It isn't. Again, so yeah, so for this is proper. We can't move anywhere. Maybe if you try it again, it'll bug out again. Yeah. Um Telling us all these tiles are ground tiles. For some reason. It's just not ground tiles here. I'm quite confused. I'm so confused actually. I feel like I'm missing something so obvious. Max exclusive, yeah. XY, XY. Could possibly be. Okay. Set the tile. So confusing. Make 100 by 100 grid to see its distribution between the white and black tiles. Should be 50-50, but it clearly isn't. Seems like there are far more black dots than there are white dots. And because of that, we can probably... And now there's a bunch of white dots. No black dots. Distribute... It's not even, okay. Random setting here, just fine. But on the map builder, we want to get straight to... I'm so confused, I'm so confused. I feel like my code is right. Possible, it's not going to be a Unity bug, right? Loop through all the y-axes, then the x-axes. Let's run it. It's the same bug, but how is this? Why is this not working? The map and the map builder. There are two here. Okay. We generate the width with a width and a specific height. The builder is, we build the map with a certain enums. We only have 2 enums, so this should satisfy everything. Make it at that position based on that tile. I'm not screwing around with the X somewhere. I know it's being used where it's supposed to be, and same with the Y. But it seems as if the actual instantiation of the map is messing up. The UI doesn't match with the actual fields. Increments looks fine. X values look fine. I feel like everything here looks fine. And for some reason, when we move, it's actually giving us the ground position at the new position, but maybe it's because of this. I mean, we're getting the correct X and Y coordinates. What could it possibly be? I must be missing something so obvious, right? Like I must be missing something. How could this? How can this be? I actually don't know. The width height looks 100 by 100. Fine. Uh, this is such a simple. I would imagine that this is such a simple script, and like it's screwed up for some reason. I can't believe I'm getting stuck here. It's such a simple script. So simple. We're just checking for inbounds, and then we're checking if that position is either the ground or the wall. Our fields clearly have it set as ground, but for some reason the map builder right here says you're not making it properly for some reason. The height, the width. Should I just rewrite the code? Maybe if I just rewrite the code. As okay, don't look at it. That was equal to the map, whatever the map's equal to. The case will be map.tile.ground. Tiles dot ground. Otherwise, the default is just tiles.wall, right? And then it's going to be, I feel like I just wrote the same exact thing. Of course it feels like that, but maybe it did not. The tile, new vector, x, y, and then the tile. I'm guessing the z axis is 0, yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, so no, it's still buggy, that means. Because we're not having an even distribution here. Yeah. I actually, have no clue what's wrong. That's the problem. I have zero clue as to what is incorrect. Damn. Map generated with height. Then we build the map. The given map. I I think I'm doing everything here correctly. Get rid of the comma. Everything looks fine here except I think this is just a copy paste, right? Except we're setting the tile map. Confusion. Confusion. This check is passing correctly because it's actually detecting the ground as well. For some reason, taking the wall as the ground. But I think the wall is actually supposed to be the ground. On the basically the back end, it's correct, but in the front end, it's incorrect. I have avoid a horizontal. Uh, Actually, I have no clue. See, like there's invisible walls here now. Now that there's more, there appears to be more ground than there are walls. But there's actually an even number, and for some reason, Builder is not making them like it's choosing to make the walls into grounds instead. Uh, we just call it again. I Okay, let's just see. We should just overwrite. No, it doesn't matter. Like, not maybe if I just do update, just doing it every single frame, this is probably gonna slow down the game a lot. But it'll update it, and it'll keep updating it. They're running pretty fast, so we're updating it every frame. Does it actually build? Oh, it has to build them. It must be something obvious. It just must be. But what? Set the tile map. Okay. Uh, I actually have no idea. What? What? How's that possible? How smooth is the thing on the live stream? The game smooth on it? Okay, yeah, it appears to be smooth. That's good. The camera working though. Yeah, okay, it is. Um, how does map tile? Oh, I'm generating it. I'm building it, and then I'm doing what? That's it. That's all I have to do. What? This. Oh god, this is so frustrating. Why isn't it working? Int y is equal to height. Map.tile.ground. Tiles ground. Map.set tile. Instantiate the map. What? So confusing. Values x, y equals random range between 0 and 1, inclusive. If it's 0, set it to ground. If it's anything, if it's a 1, set it to wall. And then we call this. We go to the entire height. We go to the entire width. We check to see if it's the ground tile. Then we want to make the tile go to the ground tile. Otherwise, we want to make it equal to the wall tile. They want to set the tile to the position that exactly maps on to the enums array. And so it should be like a one-to-one map. We're not using any negative values. Complete one-to-one map. Except for some region, it has a bias for like front end. For some reason, has a bias for, I don't know, for like one of the, for either the ground or the wall, and I don't know why that is. We're only ever calling it once generate, once build, and then we're leaving it alone. Except this build function, for some reason, seems to be messed up. Build it? Is that a word? No. But just to see for debug purposes. Does it actually return the like obviously it returns runs the entire function. Like obviously. The entire method is probably run. It has to be, at least. But I guess we could check the order. Like, is it being generated again? This shouldn't be. We generate it, and then we build it exactly as we want it to go. Except when we generate it, oh, even the mapping is like 1 to 1. What's incorrect about this? I don't understand. Well, when we're mapping the map tile, the ground or the wall, we're referencing them in where are we referencing them? Where are we here? I mean, it looks fine to me. Except of course, some reason there is only one map system. We already confirmed that generate happens before build and that it only happens once. Each of them happens once, the generate and the build. So what could possibly be causing this bug? We know the back end doesn't match with the front end. Why is the front end, even though it's executed after, not matching the back end? I'm trying. Gosh darn it. What could possibly be enum array for map with heights? You pick random. God. Could possibly. Actually, don't know. Probably be on this bug for like an hour or something by now. It's such a simple bug, but like I can't find the solution. Values. No, that can't be it. For n y equals 0, y is less than height. It can't be this for loop. It just can't be. Can't be the double for loop. But that's the only thing in the build function, and it's somewhere here, right? Could it be somewhere behind? But it can't be here. Could it be in here? I don't think it's in here though. Here? Maybe the way we're retrieving it. X and the Y values match up. X and Y values here match up as well. Okay. I have no clue. I feel like maybe we should just like not just stop focusing on this bug and then just implement other stuff. And then maybe you can come back to this and take a fresh pair of eyes. Yeah, let's just try to do let's just try to make did we just try to make AI instantly afterwards? Maybe. Well, actually, I've written certain scripts for an AI system. Should I bring it into here? Oh no, I don't think so. Yeah, probably not. Because that was for a 2D platformer. This is top down. But we know we're gonna be working with characters. So visual. I'm just gonna call it a mind for AI. I don't want to type in artificial intelligence or AI is too short. I'm gonna put this in the artificial intelligence. Here's the high spell up, whatever. Um, to have a character that it points to. And I probably want to use something like a quaternion in here. Because that if you have a quaternion, we can save certain states. And maybe then we can, yeah. I want to kind of use injection. So we can have a mind and then we can have a mind work. So I've made an AI system before like this. I'm just gonna try copying it and like adapting it for this project's needs. So I enumerator or enumerable? I think it's enumerator. Like what does it return? It probably returns some instruct instructions. Oh, but the instruction should be a interface, not necessarily a. And then we can have something like mind instruction. They run, I guess, and this is going to be an abstract mind. Probably abstract. But also the mind works. So I'm guessing we don't inherit from mono behavior. Probably want to make this through the scripts. Add this through scripts. Then over here we could just have a public, or I guess a private read-only list of mind works. And since this is turn-based, basically want to say, hey, execute on a certain frame. Well, it shouldn't be mono behavior. Well, it can be mono behavior, but we shouldn't have update function. Execute function, there we go. Then we probably want some other script that keeps track of every single mind in the game and then executes. It's like this function when after the player has made a move. Yeah. So we just want to go through mind work and works. I want to say by mind instruction. I guess I can current work if current work is not equal to null. I want to say current work dot and we can move next. Else do this. Well, I guess we could just sort of make that ugly thing we say. Current equals null, or if it's not equal to null, but we cannot move next. Otherwise, we can do current is equal to this. Then I think I have to do current work done next. And if it allows us to move next, I want to return. What's this? Oh, what? Yeah. I think I'm gonna stream for 10 more minutes. Uh Public character runs through all of this, runs the current work if it's there. If it's not there, then it just exits. So we probably have a mind builder. And this is probably going to create the AI via the scripts. I'm gonna have a bunch of works. There's just going to be different types of mind works. Let me just create a random movement mind work. Then we're just gonna say mind work yield return. Or I guess we can do yield break. Then we can say give us a random direction that we want to move in. Maybe something like we already have don't do mind dot character dot move by. So if just use if statement, if random dot range is equal to 0, move horizontally. Do another random dot range between 0 and 1. And if it's equal to 0, do 1, otherwise -1, or move vertically. But the exact same thing, except in the Y position. That way, if we go into Mind Builder, we can Mind Builder, we can create but we're gonna have to instantiate this. Oh, and I'm thinking we're probably gonna have to create a pooler system. But I think I'm just going to copy one of the old scripts that I had for the pooler system. For now, I think we're just going to instantiate it. Probably just gonna instantiate the player. Um, Instantiate character prefab. Probably going to get the mind. Probably not the mind builder, but the actual mind. Add a random movement mind work. is mind builder. They're actually gonna create it on top of the player, except we're not gonna execute it. It's null reference. Yeah, because and also we probably temporarily just execute every frame. We're gonna go through to a different position every single frame. We should jitter around a lot, I think, if it doesn't spawn in a wall. There's this mind dot character dot. Oh yeah, because the I thought if we want to do work dot mind equals this. If work dot mind equals this, return. Don't want to add it because then it's already added. But if it's not, then okay. Yeah, it's jittering around a lot. Could be doing this. Every single frame is trying to go to a different position. Yeah. I'm guessing there's a position here as well because of the glitch. Okay, probably at a remove. Oh, mind work. If works dot remove work, if you remove it from here, we want to do work dot mind equals null. That if we add it again, it'll not be equal this. And then we can look to we're instantiating and we're adding here that we can oh, there's one more thing I just forgot. What was I gonna say? We fix that bug later. Oh yeah, the actual mine is being executed once every time. Except what I think we probably want is over here when we actually create another character, we want to like add it to a list of mines that we have spawned. And from those mines, we can actually do it here. Update frame mine that we wanna just oh what? I thought oh it's equal to protected, that's why. Delete this here. Shouldn't be happening every single frame, but we need to check for when the player has made a move, so then the rest of the characters can move. Getting to one where we don't spawn on side. Again, we spawned on a wall. You want to see the character move around. Okay, there. The same as before. Except now we have a list of every single mind work. It's all being executed in one spot. Now one spot should probably be executed after we make it. Should it be in here? I don't think so. I think we should make another special the character script. It should not inherit from it should only inherit from mono behavior. And this will basically have a finished turn. And if we finish our turn, we want to do public delegate, make a delegate, void finished turn action. Public event finished turn. Finished public void finish turn. Now we just execute this. Map builder should probably have this. And then the awake we just do there character that finished turn. Just do this. Like when do we call this? Well, for now, it should player character. It's not here. AI builder should have it. But it's the AI builder. It's over here, or it's the mind builder, I should say. Every time I move, the enemy should in a random direction. Oh crap! It respawned inside of a wall. Yeah, it's moving up. Okay. Cool.